All right, viewers, top story is Yogi Adityanath visiting the national capital, getting ready for 2022's high-octane Uttar Pradesh Assembly elections. Now, Yogi Adityanath met the Prime Minister today at his residence at 7 Lok Kalyan Marg in the national capital. In a meeting that lasted for almost an hour, both leaders likely to have discussed various issues, including the next year's crucial assembly elections. However, the meeting comes in the backdrop of alleged displeasure in the top BJP ranks with the functioning of the UP government, especially the handling of the COVID crisis. The discontent rises, especially after bodies were seen floating in the Ganga, the poor performance in the Panchayat polls and Yogi's reported opposition to the appointment of former bureaucrat A.K. Sharma, known to be close to the Prime Minister, has widened this rift. Yogi, who is on a two-day visit to Delhi, has also met BJP chief J.P. Nadda and will next meet with President Ramnath Kovind. He also has already met the Home Minister, Amit Shah, which was yesterday. All right, we're just getting in breaking news coming in. Prime Minister Modi has held a crucial meet with Home Minister Amit Shah and BJP President J.P. Nadda over possible union cabinet reshuffle. Sources have told India Today that Prime Minister Modi is meeting all ministers in small groups to discuss rejig. Prime Minister is expected to meet Dharmendra Pradhan, Narendra Singh Tomar, Gajendra Singh Shekhawat and Hardeep Puri tomorrow. Meanwhile, Western Uttar Pradesh to continue to simmer over the farm laws. Modi government has hiked the MSP for Kharif crop, but farmers are not satisfied with the raise and many claim that there is no taker for their sugarcane crop.
Under the scorching heat with no shelter and drinking water, Baghpat farmers are waiting to sell their sugarcane. They claim the sugar mills never pay on time, despite the tall claims of the successive governments.
Scores of farmers are waiting in the queues, in their tractor trolleys loaded with the sugarcane, the farm produce, and this is the government sugar mill in which they are trying to enter, and they are claiming that they may have to stand here for the entire day, and after that even the payment is not guaranteed on time.
कह रहे जी 16 करोड़ रुपए आए थे, योगी जी ने दिए थे, 16 रुपए भी नहीं लग रहे इस मिल में जी। ये सारे मिल का सारे भ्रष्ट बैठे यहाँ सब इसमें। योगी जी ने करा तो सोचा तो बढ़िया, पर यो 16 रुपए भी नहीं लगा इसमें। सारा मिल रोज 24 घंटे में 4 घंटे चले हैं मुश्किल से जी।
अंदर प्रॉब्लम ये है, हम सुबह के आ रहे, यो मुश्किल से सुबह से अब तक 1 घंटा चला होगा, चले कम खराब ज्यादा हो।
The region had voted for the BJP in the last assembly elections, but the mood is changing due to the ongoing agitation of the farmer unions.
इसी वजह से तो नाराज हो रहे हैं। ये जो ये कानून से उसमें वो कर रहे, जो टिकैत जा रहे हैं वहाँ धरना टेक रहे, नहीं तो सभी नहीं गया ना थे सारा किसान। इन्हें कोई हराने वाला था, या पार्टी तो बढ़िया काम कर रही थी। इन्हें कोई भी सरकार का कौन हटाने वाला, गलत नहीं बताया था, बढ़िया काम कर रहे थे। इसमें यहीं वो कर दिया इन्होंने, मोदी ने यहीं वो कर दिया और कुछ नहीं तो सब आदमी बढ़िया इसमें पार्टी में।
The politics within the BJP and the anger in the farmer belt is now denting the Saffron Party's votes.
जब से भाजपा आई, कोई एक पैसा नहीं बढ़ाते, कोई और गवर्नमेंट हमें बढ़ा दे पैसा, ये भाव बिल्कुल नहीं बढ़ाते। ये घटाने की सोचे, बढ़ाने की कोई नहीं सोचते कभी भी। किसानों के खिलाफ सरकार है, किसानों के पास इससे खिलाफ वोट देगा।
हमारा टाइम पे पेमेंट नहीं आ रहा, गंडा नहीं ले रहा मिल, जितने का था 450 का भाव दे, मोदी कह गया था यहाँ गंडे का भाव हमें 200 भी नहीं मिल रहा, कलेसर पे।
पैसे तो कभी टाइम पे मिले ही नहीं, हमने देखे नहीं कभी टाइम पे मिलते हुए। और अब भाजपा के शासनकाल में रेट भी नहीं बढ़ा। सबसे बड़ी बात जो है, पहले लोग आवे थे वे रेट तो बढ़ा देते थे कुछ, इनमें कोई रेट भी नहीं बढ़ा।
The BJP is hoping it can placate the farmers before the elections. The Narendra Modi government on Thursday raised the support price for Kharif crops. It will look to pacify sugarcane farmers also in the near future. With Abhishek Anand, Bureau Report, India Today.
All right, viewers, let's quickly shift focus. VK Sasikala has dropped another big hint that she's returning to politics and the AIDMK. In an audio clip that's gone viral, Sasikala is heard saying that she will return to AIDMK and bring the party back to a good position.
Chinnamma seems all set for a Perrier comeback. Hear for yourself what Sasikala has told AIADMK cadre when asked if she is going to return to politics. Sasikala has made it clear she cannot be separated from the AIADMK and that it's in her blood. This isn't the first time Sasikala has dropped such a big hint. Just a few weeks ago, she had assured her supporters that she would be back. Sasikala's vow to return will spell bad news for EPS and OPS, who've been busy fighting it out for power in the party. But the AIADMK claims Chinnamma is not a threat, and under no circumstances will she be reinstated in the party.
This is the role of few nefarious elements who wants to confusion and incite a certain element of ambiguity within AIADMK. Certain people who call themselves as AIADMK cadres speak to her, and it looks like a very well-planned strategy to bring in confusion within the AIADMK camp.
Sasikala's statement of intent has made it clear that the fight for Jaya's legacy has not ended yet, and the AIADMK remains a rocky boat even after the election loss.
This audio tape comes just days before the AIADMK legislature's meeting. We need to remember that the previous two meetings of the AIADMK leaders had seen both the EPS and OPS faction at loggerhead, and also this time around with a deputy leader as well as a whip to be selected. It will be a tense situation in the AIADMK camp. Will VK Sasikala play a spoiled sport is something that we'll have to wait and watch. With camera person Daniel from Chennai, this is Akshana for India Today.
Now, the Telangana government is administering COVID vaccines to nearly 8,000 students. These are the students who are to fly abroad for further studies in upcoming months. Keeping the acceptance of vaccine certificate in mind, students are being administered Covishield due to its global acceptance.
As universities abroad open up and allow in-person classes from September, the Telangana government has started special vaccinations for those heading abroad for their higher studies. Several international universities, especially those in the United States, have made vaccinations mandatory for students as they start opening up. The state cabinet in Telangana, considering the struggle of students, has kicked off a special drive with a dedicated vaccination center for these youngsters.
So I have been vaccinated now. I'm going to I'm going to Canada. Online में किया, तेलंगाना पे है ना, website, इसमें किया.
So I booked it for the first dose, and I got the slot within a couple of days.
When are you going, ma'am, to Canada?
So I'll be going to Canada in July 2nd week.
So all students are by verification of their passport and their verification of their visa, whether they are going for abroad, or sometimes admission letter from the university. And we are uploading their all information, passport and visa letter, everything to CoWIN app again.
Around 1,400 students are getting vaccinated daily at this centre. Covishield is being administered here to ensure more countries abroad accept the current vaccine certification. The dose gap too has been reduced to 28 days.
Our estimate is that there are about 30,000 students from Telangana who got admissions in different universities. Some of them have already left.
Students have had a tough year with uncertainty over their higher studies and overseas education. The KCR government's vaccination drive has, for now, eased their burdens. Will other states now do the same?
Government of Telangana is putting its effort, helping these students who were earlier very much concerned because there was no availability of vaccines at private and government center. But now, Government of Telangana, they believe that they'll complete this first phase of vaccination by Sunday, and the second phase of vaccination of these students, almost 20,000 in number, they'll complete within 28 days' time. With camera person Damodar, Ashish in Hyderabad for India Today.
Now, millions of kids in India don't have access to the internet and smartphones, but two women from Ahmedabad are making sure those with no access to online learning should not fall off the education radar.
Online classes are the new normal, but for millions of children, internet connectivity remains out of reach. Two women in Ahmedabad have taken upon the task of bridging the digital divide by teaching unprivileged kids themselves. Neetu Gupta and Deepti Ravindrabai Chauhan hold their classes on Sabarmati riverfront.
Due to pandemic, they don't have any facilities. They're underprivileged. We have divided them in such a way that we can attend at least 80 students.
The kids say these classes are a big help and let them continue their studies during the pandemic.
मैं घर पे नहीं पढ़ पाती हूँ। एक फोन है वो जो मेरे पापा काम पे ले जाते हैं, इस वजह से मैं इधर पढ़ने आती हूँ। हमारे घर पे मोबाइल नहीं है, इसके लिए मैं ओपन स्कूल में इधर आती हूँ पढ़ने।
तो अभी तो स्कूल तो ऑनलाइन चल रहा है, तो ऑनलाइन नहीं पढ़ पाती हो आप? नहीं। क्यों? क्योंकि हमारे घर पे मोबाइल नहीं है।
According to a 2017-18 government report, only 24% of households in India have access to the internet. It's like the selfless service for hundreds of people like Neetu Gupta and Deepti Ravindrabai Chauhan across India that ensures many of the remaining 76% are not left out. Bureau Report, India Today.
Europe's biggest sporting extravaganza kicks off in Italy as UEFA Euro begins after a one-year forced wait due to COVID-19. With 11 cities set to host the championship, this will be an unusual setup for the football carnival, with host Italy taking on Turkey in the tournament opener. Here is what you can expect.
It's finally happening. The European Championships, or the UEFA Euros. The biggest event in football after the FIFA World Cup kicks off this Friday. Italy and Turkey will open the campaign at Rome's Stadio Olimpico. Since 1960, the competition has taken place every 4 years, with 2020 being the only exception due to COVID wreaking havoc across the world. What's interesting this year is that for the first time in the tournament's history, 11 different cities across Europe will play host to the continent's premier international football event. The 24 nations that have qualified for the Euros have been divided into 6 groups of 4 teams each. Group A has Italy, Turkey, Wales and Switzerland. Group B has Denmark, Finland, Belgium and Russia. Group C comprises of Netherlands, Ukraine, Austria, North Macedonia. Group D has England, Croatia, Scotland and Czech Republic. Group E has Spain, Sweden, Poland and Slovakia. All eyes will be on the group of death, the Group F, where world champions France and Cristiano Ronaldo's Portugal will battle it out with heavyweights Germany and Hungary. Only 2 teams among them will get to progress to the next round. For the longest part of the footballing season, the pandemic kept the fans away from the stadiums.
Oh, it's a golden opportunity, and it's one which Iceland have taken.
But that's about to change as the Euros will welcome the supporters back in the stands. The beautiful game will make many cry, while many others will have tears of joy, as football takes centre stage in Europe this season.
Second for Turkey! It's Lukaku! It's Mane, 1-0.
Sports Bureau, India Today.
Welcome back. You're watching a fact check segment where we bust certain claims masquerading to be facts on social media platforms and WhatsApp groups. There's a claim floating about Bangladeshi Muslims in Assam have demanded a separate country. Factually, it's incorrect. A fact check of that is it's false. This viral image is from a 2017 protest, nothing to do with the state of Assam. With that, a quick break. Stay with me on the other side. It's to the point.